Courtney, can I can I grab you? No, you don't let me grab. Say hi. Oh, sorry, I grabbed you really fucked up. I'm sorry. I'm very bad at grabbing cats. But can I at least? Oh, look at us there! Look at us there! Courtney, can you look at the camera? She does not give a fuck, but I also attacked her, so you know that's fair. What's up? Part 3, the last part, the last chapter, then the trilogy's done. Um, I tested the limits of how long I can make these videos. 3 hours. I feel like that's if you watch that, then I know like I can work within that confines. This video is not gonna be 3 hours long, obviously. I'm trying to do this one in one take. My parents are out the house, so I don't gotta worry about interruptions and shit. So that's good. Um, but yeah, um, I'm excited. Obviously, we're gonna talk about navy blue and your other 2025 output. I wanna before I talk about uh these projects though, I wanted to talk about the topic of your output and the way you've been putting out music uh this year versus 2024 and the shift I can see happening in the future more as well. Um if you look at your discography right here, the stuff I have in my library, right, you see some stuff that's removed, right? Um This is some older stuff too, right? EP from 2023. Some singles and shit. Obviously, this is not supposed to be here. And what else not supposed to be here? Exoplanet 2, right? There is a lot of stuff that got removed. And touched on this already. But on top of that, if you look at your 2024 output, there was a lot of it, including stuff that ended up getting removed, like Lucy singles, EPs, your longest project to date. So there's just a lot of stuff. You can even count Golden, right? A lot of 2024 material released. You were really going crazy with the output, and I think that in combination with some of these projects that you ended up removing, um, kinda is what caused like the output to slow down now, and you just being more deliberate and more selective of what you put out. Navy Blue being 9 tracks with a 10 bonus track for Bandcamp, um, is an example, and the other stuff that you dropped is that you dropped yourself, I should say, is Lost Planet, right? Which is only 4 tracks from a scrapped album, Ultraviolet. And then obviously this is something I dropped. You can count it as part of your releases, but it's more like my release really. So I'll try to not include those, but I guess it is part of your discography now. But yeah, like you haven't dropped much this year, and I think that's the extent of it. If I understand correctly, this is the extent of the amyfm music to be dropping this year, barring maybe some features the last leg of the year. But like, I think that's kind of it. Um, for solo Amy stuff, at least that's the plan. Which means that this really serves as like the full 2025 video of all the music to be released this year. So there's that. That's cool. But like, I think that it's cool to see you just kind of being more like reserved with the output, but making sure it's quality and it has purpose and it has like it adds to the discography in a nice way. I think that shorter drops in particular Just like your project being 9 tracks, but still feeling like a full-fledged project. That's a big takeaway here. Just having the shorter track lists, but still getting the album experience out of those. That's kind of a topic we're gonna get into when we get into Navy Blue, but it makes it feel like your releases have more impact. Uh, I think that's big. Lost Planet, which is what we're gonna get into first. Obviously, this is like leftovers from a scrapped project. I think also scrapping Ultraviolet as well as the the fact you deleted and kind of like regretted the release of Paranoid was kind of like a pretty rough start of 2025, but I feel like you really pulled through and just like kind of turn all of this back around with a great project in Navy Blue, but dropping these extra tracks that you felt like were worthy to release. It was a pretty cool gesture, just some extra stuff to hold us over for when Navy Blue eventually would release. I think that's pretty dope. This is a decent collection of songs. I'll admit I don't return to it as much as I've been returning to Navy Blue stuff, but they're cool. They're very cool. You know, you said to me that this project, Ultraviolet, was kind of lacking direction to an extent. And you can hear that because these 3 tracks are so different. Like I can't even imagine them being on the same project. If I'm being honest, I'll try to play more of the songs, not only just to kind of have myself remember how they sound, but also because I got the time now. I have more time to elaborate on all these tracks as well. So I can play these at my leisure. But these are very different types of tracks, which I think makes for a cool bonus EP. But for a project, I would be curious how Ultraviolet would sound, honestly. Even if it's not like the best thing and the most cohesive thing, I'd just be interested to see what the final product would have been if you went through with it. But we got Dead End here.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Self-produced, if I'm not mistaken. At least according to Genius. My favorite part about this beat compared to the other new jazz stuff you've done is those plucks. Like, I love those plucks. Super bouncy, super fun. This is a really solid, enjoyable new jazz track. This is probably the one I return to the most. I wouldn't say it's my favorite on here anymore. I think I prefer Rose Gold, but like it's still a really cool one. It's still a really cool one. It's really. That's also a There's some cool synths in the background that I hadn't even noticed yet. If you choose to come with me, you're going for a ride. Shorty showing it off, pussy big like with the skies. Not fresh as hell, got that iced out YSL. Be careful if you say my name. Also, your delivery sounds really good on here. I feel like just going through these songs or your discography has really showcased your improvement in delivery over time. Just feel like you put more. The vocals are sound more expressive and more fired up on this verse. Got that at YSL. What do you say? Wait, let me view these lyrics. Let me view this the lyrical breakdown. I just feel like you just really the way you deliver your lines is just super fucking fun on here. Yeah, this one is just wavy. This one is just wavy. This one's a cool little intro. By the way, I now I got OBS open. I see like I wanted to say I did flip the the Maya the B footage. So like if you speak Japanese and you're like, what the fuck does this say? I can't. Did I forget to read how to read Japanese? No, it's flipped. I put it in reverse. Look, Japanese people probably know what reverse Japanese looks like. That's probably a ridiculous thing to say that they wouldn't get that, but I just flipped it because like maybe that doesn't get it blocked partially. I know Amy and Second was to be able to see this, but I still wanted to maybe have this chapter be available for everyone. So that's why it's flipped. But yeah. That is fun. That is just a breezy track. I like how it. I'm not sure if this is your only new jazz track that is released that is self-produced. Unless it isn't, but I'm assuming it's self-produced because a lot of these sounds on here do just sound like. Yeah, Stay Up wasn't self-produced. I know Self uses a sample. I know Up probably uses a loop as well. So I like that. I respect that. I respect the there's no producers listed for Up, so you gotta let me know if that's self-produced or not. But I feel like if Self isn't, then this one isn't either. But I feel like you nailed the vibe of new jazz here. Like I even maybe is like Looperman loop. Probably not though. Like I feel like this is a piano I hear on self-produced shit from you, right? And obviously a lot of the synths in here I can see you pulling up other VSTs you got, honestly.
Show it perfect aim. Niggas think you in the same. Everything left and right the same shit. Ain't about that fake shit. I'm not the one in my spaceship. I got a future to explore. You bitches believing in the past. I do it if you're the one.
That's like a delivery I'm not fully sold on.
One in my spaceship. I got a future to explore. You bitches believing in the past. I do it if you're the one. Everybody gon' be as you ask. Grateful for every second. I'm enjoying my time while it lasts. Bitch, you anyone in common. I got a stick and it's gonna blast. Took down for myself.
This is actually a pretty long verse.
But I'm so sure I can got help. Always fight the demons, don't let a thing get to your head.
Yeah, I do fuck with that part, that last part of the verse. It's kind of quite a longer verse, which I like. You know, if you're doing the just like one verse type of thing, it's a good idea to have the verse be a bit longer and stand out. I like that. I fuck with how the song is structured. A cool opener to this EP for sure. Then we get the Rose Gold. I really like this song. This one is super sick. I like those keys.
Have you ever been here before? Into my mind is planets and black holes. Bright skies, sprinkles of rose gold. In this forward garden, let's lose control. But you got the best of me. Take me where I've never been. There's so many galaxies.
This is a very sweet one. It's kind of slower, kind of the drums are a bit sparse, but that's good. I like that. How they're kind of, I feel like they're very bouncy still, but like they have a nice like more sparse like reserved pocket. Shawty wanna have fun with me. Talking about fantasy. Thin band, she want rip. In this UFO, I be spitting. Laser shot, leave them in pieces. This is a good verse. This is a good verse. I forgot. This verse is really hard. She wants it all, she feeling naughty. Yeah, you ain't close to my level. Who you fooling? She got stars in her eyes. What fucking? I want some dude shit, but his hoes running. Yeah. Ooh. I like that. I like that delay. This is just a really pleasant, nice song. I think I like it a bit more than Dead End. It's pretty close actually. But there's something really, really relaxed and chill about this one that I just really gravitate towards. I think this is an Inuyasha melody. Told me, pretty sure, right? And I already said how well you work with those, but yeah, I already told you how much I like when you work with those loops. So yeah, this one is very chill because Inuyasha got these like very like ambient, very pad heavy and very AC. But then you also have these kind of like almost like plug and be like with those keys and shit, kind of that vibe. I really like those from Inuyasha. I might use some of those because those are kind of cool, and those feel like they would work a bit more with my style. Those are fucking sick. So I like Rose Gold. Rose Gold is a cool one. Snakes. Snakes. This one is super interesting. This is also an Inuyasha melody, but this is a very cool one for you. And Matt. Matt is a good selection of a feature for this. Like these drums are very different from you too. I feel like you don't use this like chop type of snare, like it's like a clap and a chop snare layered or some shit. That's kind of how it sounds to me. I don't know if that's the case. I'm just spitballing, but I think that's what it is, right? Like it sounds like a chop snare, like some variation of that, but like with a clap layered. I like that sound a lot. I just made a beat for Matt that does that. I'm pretty sure. Uh, so yeah, this shit cool. This shit fucking cool. Got the tag, the iridescent tag, shout out Scat. And this melody, I wanted to talk about this melody, right? It has the, you know, Inuyasha swag, this kind of like no, I wouldn't say ambient, but like super um ethereal, like magical, mystical vibe or whatever the fuck. Like it's really like a distinct sound. But like it has these like like oriental sounds. Like how would you describe this? It feels like Eastern. You feel me? So dope.
You be too wide open, spitting cobra, let the venom splash. Yo ass like devotion, leave you frozen bars of second class. My girl be the closest, oxytocin filling on my glass. Dripping like an ocean, don't need lotion, she be open fast. The way I work from back, she need Percocet. Porter Robinson, she smile when I nurture that. Need a laundrette, she's a soaking wet. Light up big right after, but it ain't for cigarettes. Scaling up my shit, get toxic,
I like this part of the flow. I like this part of the verse, but I'm like not super crazy about this Matt verse. It's definitely one of the better ones I've heard, even if I consider released stuff, obviously. Because I've heard more from Matt. I guess that's not even really true. Like, if the average person has heard every Matt project, I've heard less than the average person. But I have heard unreleased Matt. So I have more modern Matt, 2025 Matt. Intel, I guess. I gotta listen to his project. I know. But I think it's cool. Is it just me again with the panning and me just being annoying? Is it just me or is his vocals a lot more on the right side of my ear? Maybe I'm tweaking, but I feel like it gets better when he gets into the high pitch delivery. Ooh, I like how you intersect, Amy. That's nice. I forgot how your verse. I like the hook. I think the hook might be my favorite part, alongside the beat. I really like the beat. Oh yeah, this part is cool. I forgot the part of your verse is actually super cool because the beat switches up nicely. I kind of forgot about that.
sit all that way. Put them on a 6 foot. I can't hear you when you talk. Cause I don't give a single fuck. Take off that drama shit. My little miss up on that. Going on the space trip. Cause I couldn't clean it up.
What is any of that going on here? There's some crazy sounds here. You gotta explain what the fuck this is. Cause I noticed that the last time I listened, I kind of forgot about this part. We shouldn't gloss over that, cause like, what the fuck is this? I like this.
Take off that drama shit. My little miss up on that. Going on the space trip. Cause I couldn't clean it up. Don't bring me on that fake.
It's weird, like glitchy, like shit is like kind of coming in and out and just like peaking, like just like it has like I feel like it has like a rhythm to it the way it's appearing, but it's kind of feels still very sporadic. It's weird as hell. I don't know what the hell that is, but I really like how you come in here, right? With this kind of like pad that's like pulsating, pump, 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 and then the drums coming in. I really like how you deliver that.
Put them on a 6 foot. I can't hear you when you talk.
This part is cool as fuck.
Cause I don't give a single fuck. Take off that drama shit. My little
And
miss up on that.
I don't know.
Going on the space trip. Cause I couldn't clean it up. Don't bring me on that fake love. Don't look at me for what I want. Blue shell, if you get ahead.
This is a very interesting song, but I feel like this like I'm listening to these and like how do these fit on one project? I kind of understand why you scrapped Ultraviolet because like what? Like this one is interesting. I like elements here, but there's a lot of. This is very like this is one of your more interesting songs, like different songs. It's cool. It's not what I would turn to often, but it's cool. I don't love the double T verse, but it's still fine. I like the second part of it, and I like what you do on it, Amy. That shit pretty cool. But there's some weird shit that part of the beat that I don't know what the fuck is going on there. Kind of weird, off kilter, strange stuff going on. I don't even know what it is. But it's interesting. It's thought provoking. Thoughts are being provoked. But that's Snakes. Snakes is pretty fun. All things considered, there's some oddities there, and it's not a favorite Amy song, especially out of this year. Would I say it's your worst song of the year? Like if I had to look at them all, I don't think that's necessary because I still don't think it's even bad to begin with. But it's probably the one I end up revisiting the least. But it's unique. It's unique. Saturn's Ring though. Saturn's Ring is a really interesting one. This is with Second in Command to IC. Forgot how.
I spent hours walking through the light. I'm alone tonight. I'm alone tonight. You waiting, ready to roll the dice. I know what's in your mind. I know you want the ride. I spent hours walking through the light. I'm alone tonight. I'm alone tonight. You waiting, ready to roll the dice. You know what's in my mind. You know too much. Decisions I've taken.
I might listen to this whole song low key.
You're still in the
It needs to be listened to in full to really be analyzed. I love these vocals, man. I was zoning the fuck out, but I love these vocals. These are bitch vocals. These are crazy. And I'm enamored by these synths. Somebody's like resonant like pew, pew, like in the back here, like dude. There's a lot going on here. Those pew pews. Crazy. You got so good at this 80s synth sound. And I want more. I'm kind of feasting on a Bluetooth experiment with stuff outside of the trap lane and even like the atmospheric lane. Like we're working with new type of drum grooves and new type of percussion loops and whatever the fuck. Like we're going into different genres and experimenting and playing around. And I low-key would see even more focus like that. I don't need to. I'm not like see like second made this joke, but it's gonna come off like I'm saying you went from Amy the rapper to Amy the artist. It's like, bro, that shit is corny as fuck. Like people think that when someone goes it's like starts off as like experimental, relatively speaking, and then they start rapping on trap beats, that is a regression. I think that's disgusting. And because a lot of artists are black, it's often rooted in racism. We all know this. But like, I do think you got the vocals and the production chops to veer into different genres and make it make sense. Because you work well on trap beats and you work well and you're good at making them and you have the skill set for them and you improved on them as a performer as well. But shit like this, you kind of I like when you I wouldn't even say if this is stepping out of your comfort zone. Cause like you I know that Dawn FM like is literally an influence on your name first of all, but an influence on your music. It's an album you really enjoy. And I can hear the influence and um I can hear the influence and the influence. I can hear the influence of it. I can hear that sound being approached and done in a pretty good way. I don't know if you've ever heard Vices by Wayland or Wieland. I don't know how you say his name. I've never had to pronounce his name, only type it. You think in Belgium I know someone who listens to that guy's music that I can say that name to IRL? Like, I don't know how to pronounce that guy's name. But, like, he went from, like, Plug, music, working with, like, Zang Gang and stuff, to um, going into this more, like, synthy, alternative, pop type of stuff. And Vices dropped the same year as Dawn FM, and it gets a lot of Dawn FM comparisons. Some people even calling it like a weaker Dawn FM. But like that shit is like a good example of someone kind of going from like a trap sound to that more synth pop sound and really doing it justice in my opinion. That's a really interesting. If you never heard that, I suggest you check it out because it got some really good songs. I'm still someone who's overall more of a fan of the Plug stuff because that's just the sound I just constantly be listening to. Like that's just my day-to-day basis. That's my daily basis right there. Shouts to Lil Chime. But that Vice is still a recommendation if you've never heard that. But like I feel like that's an approach I could see working for you as well. And second, I gotta talk about second on here because second is cool as fuck on here too. Second, we might have to make some shit like this. I suck at these type of beats. Don't ask me shit. Amy's the guy for that. Don't you have a first on here? Second? Let me see.
Myself, I say the same things, but don't stop me. Man, when the spirits pull me, I still have hope. Dancing through the pain, singing in the rain, hand in hand, I ain't letting go. Love to me is good company, you're the best one to one I have known. Anime over dramatic approach, we turn intimacy into gold. Hesitant, I swear it's fine. Take the time you need on me and climb. I'm a dying star, but you still shine so shine, so shine.
This song is really well produced. This song is so fucking insane. I will say, I think Second's verse with the rapping actually works really well on here. There's something about it. Maybe some stuff feels like it gets a bit buried by the production. I feel like sometimes I'd like to hear the vocals a bit clearer or something. Maybe leaning more into it being immersed, like with vocal effects to make you feel more immersed in the production, kind of going the opposite way. Like I don't know, there is like this. It's almost like teetering this line between like the vocals are audible and they're like buried in the mix, but like it's kind of weird in this weird middle spot where it's kind of weird. Sometimes I feel like I'm not really able to hear your vocals like as good as I want to, but like sometimes it is a bit more in front. So it's like I don't know if the vocals want to be clear or if they want to be kind of immersed in the whole beat. Like I don't know if I have to explain this. I'm fucking stupid. Maybe I'm bullshitting, but like I don't know why it feels like the vocals kind of take a dip there. It feels like the volume isn't as consistent as I like it to be, but maybe I'm just tweaking. But mixing vocals properly so that they're 100% clear or whatever you're going for mixing vocals can be painstaking. Like it can be a pain in the ass. So Amy probably knows that more than I do. Or is more familiar with the fucking struggles of doing that. Also, by the way, random as fuck, but like these two cover arts like being like this kind of super similar. There's something about like the way these purple leaves they're kind of similar, you feel me? Like I don't know why, I just kind of look at these and I'm like, are these the same? Like I literally several times I click on Lost Plan when I want to click on Shimmy This Too and vice versa. Like no shit. Um, but I really like. Oh no, I'm losing my voice. I can already feel. What the fuck? Like we're only half an hour in the recording. This is ridiculous. Wait, let me. Boom. Um, my vocals already given up, so that's not great. Let me drink real quick. Let me drink real quick. But yeah, that's Lost Planet EP. I enjoy it. I think it's a cool collection of tracks. I think it, um, I think it's cool you put these out either way. It's like kind of hold people over till navy blue. I think that is very commendable. Um, a very unique blend of different songs. That and this new jazz track. I know you said to me that like new jazz would be a focus of Ultraviolet at some point. I don't know how like true that ended up being. With like where you ended up before you scrapped it. But it seems like you went different directions with it. Rose Gold is cool and chill and like feels different from your other stuff, but it feels very in line with like so many like it still feels very much you. Like it's the most quote unquote standard, but it's a really cool song. And then Snakes feels very interesting, different. It's pretty cool collab between you and Matt. It's a very interesting song to me. Stands out on this project. Even though it's clearly my least favorite, I still think it stands out in an interesting way. And then Saturn's Ring is kind of a grower for me. Like that one, the more I pay attention to the production and the more I get used to the deliveries, it clicks more and more with me. So I'm pretty happy with that one. That one is if I gotta look at all the Amy second collabs, I might have to make a whole ranking at some point because it'd be interesting to see how I feel about that. But that one is up there for sure. But speaking of being up there, I know this that's a very out of the blue segue. But speaking of blue, there we go, boom, 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 boom. That was a way better one. I don't know why I went with that initial segue, so I flipped it into a different segue. Sorry, I'm bullshitting. I want to talk about this damn album. Uh, Enough Lost Planet. Okay, I talked for 5 billion years about 4 songs. Let's go. Navy Blue. It's here. This is just the version that's on streaming. Let me go to the version I actually want to talk about because it kind of goes against the rule that I set for myself of only talking about stuff on Apple Music. But I want to talk about Okay Okay as well because Okay Okay is fucking cool. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna get into that as well. But Navy Blue, man, this project does everything that it needs. Also, I don't know why there's two shines. I don't know. It's just fucked up. The same thing with Shimmy Disc 2 where with you is on there twice. Like yeah, like I don't know why this happens. Just the song is on there twice for some reason. But anyway, this project does like most of what it's doing right. Kind of does everything I wanted from a project from you. Especially hindsight 2020, listening to your work, it's like all of my problems and all of my critique or my just my personal feelings about how I felt about your records, your output, feels like it's all put into one album. Um, like I put before listening, even hearing most of this record, but like only having heard one beat, at least remembering one beat, right? The Love Heals beat. That was for the longest part the only thing I really knew about this project sonically until Shine came out as a single. And I had to do that spoken word bit on Love Heals. Ended up also recording enough to land on another song actually that I didn't even know. That was literally a surprise to me when the album came out. So that's fucking cool. I'm glad you didn't tell me that because that was like crazy for me, just like randomly. So I think I listened to this record like what 1 a.m. at night or something because I don't think I listened to it immediately when it came out. I was doing some other shit, but like I was hype as fuck. I was not trying to be loud, but like I was like, oh my god, I'm only more than once. But like when I recorded that, right? I want to talk about that first because what do you gotta say about an album you haven't heard yet, right? So I just kind of spitballing. I had an initial idea and I thought it sucked. Like I was trying to do it, but it was too long, it was too wordy, it was too yada yada. You know how I get, right? So I had to trim it down. I had to think about a way like how can I actually add value to a song. And I've kind of just recorded and did shit. I did like 4 takes and sent those, and that was it. I was like, honestly, like Amy's reaction to those takes, to those recordings, was enough for me to know he'd use it. So I was like, I'm not doing more. I don't care. I want to do other shit. I'm not in the mood for more recording. I was also crying earlier that day because I think that was the same day that Jim Legacy project dropped and Black British Music, and I cried to that. So I had to record it the same day. I'm pretty sure, right? That was the same day. So that was an interesting day. But yeah, I think the stuff I said on here, I didn't know at the time how much it just made sense. How much the CTV called it glaze. It is Glaze. Because like I hadn't even heard the project, so it's by definition Glaze. It's like I hear like one little Uzi Vert snippet and say the next project is the best music to have ever been released, ever. Like better than anything Michael Jackson has put out or some shit. Like that's Glaze, right? That's fucking Glaze. So like saying like, oh, this project is so fucking goated. The way Amy's able to take what did it say sounds and feel like colors and feet combine it with feelings, describe feelings to them, and then make sounds out of that. It's insane. This album is crazy. Shout out to your Destins, man. We're the best. We're the goated. It's not that. It's not that OD obviously on the actual song, but like it's Glaze. That's essentially what it was. Because I literally only heard one beat, so I might have heard more than that with something that Amy had previewed, but I honestly don't remember and also don't think so. But that could be the case. It could have escaped my mind. But I'm pretty sure that the only thing I knew, at least in my mind when I was recording that, was this one beat. So only Will of Heels. Um, but like yo, I was kind of on the money. I was kind of a Nostradamusing my way through that because that was actually I was actually kind of right. This is like his best work by far. 9 songs, obviously a bonus track, but 9 songs on streaming. I think that is big. Another big thing is all self-produced. That is quite possibly even bigger because that first of all that don't mean I have to check if there's a loop maker. I know that there isn't any. Which again, I don't have an issue with loop makers, and I said this. Amy is actually very good at using loops and adding his own elements to it, and not playing around with the loops too much. Let them be good while adding own flavors where needed and stuff like that. Amy is great at that. I explained this already, but it's so cool to see him really just lock in and make the melodies himself and drums and stuff. I think it does a lot for sonic cohesion, even though I don't think any Amy project, even with loops, has had a severe lack of sonic cohesion or a noticeable lack. But I think this gives it even more sonic cohesion than previous Amy projects. Also, it being shorter means that you can have a more focused and more streamlined and effective track list. Like Second has said, and like I've already also said, but I'm gonna say it again. This album has every single best song of that particular sound on it, barring maybe one. Like it displays different sounds Amy can pull off. No song feels like it's doing something another one already did. And they are like some of the best material from that style. And there's styles Amy has never even touched yet. Even get me started on that. Like obviously Dusk is the best song in the style of Dusk because it is Dusk and this is the only Dusk there is. There's no Dusk 2. Okay. There's no Dusk prequel or some shit like that. There is only Dusk. So obviously Dusk is the best Dusk. But like Shine is the best of that type of sound for Amy. Best bubbly, fun song. His best single ever. The best. The fact that he only dropped one single, by the way. Keep that in mind. Single and like a week later the album. When artists do that, they got my heart. Okay, they got my heart. Um, at least until they do some bullshit. Then I have to question whether or not they do have my heart still. But Amy has not done bullshit, so that's good. But like if you can deliver one single and a week later an album and like the rollout the most simple tease type of shit ever, like it's not even anything crazy or whatever, right? Um, it's just as soon as like the actual rollout of dropping the songs is like a week, like how like Tyler Curator would do it, which is like here is a teaser and here's another teaser and here's another teaser. Oh, there's the album already. Boom. That's like I like that. I just like a shorter rollout. Cause like you can build up an album and create a world and create a vibe for it in that short period of time. You don't have to do it over fucking years and shit. So I really really like when an artist can just drop a single, and then it's like, oh by the way, the album's already a week away from the single. Boom. I fuck with that heavy. Um, and speaking of the single, like I said, "Shine" is probably the best Amy song in this vibe. Honestly, the pluck melody, bell melody was stuck in my head and still is. I'm hearing it right now in my head as I'm saying this. Um, it's the most catchy shit ever, bro. I don't know. I love the chords, the singing chords, like ping. Like I love that sound of Amy with those chords. Um, but let me play it though. Ah,
Yeah,
whoa, whoa,
yeah, yeah.
whoa, whoa.
Yeah, where
Is
you
it
been?
ping?
Yeah,
I've
I've
been
been
on
on
my
my
shit,
shit. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
plan one going for the high sky. All
On
these
the pitch,
bitches, yeah, they
you
can't
got
tell me
the
shit.
shit, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
never
Oh, oh.
stop it. I always need more. I don't know. If my
Ah, the
feels
beat is so good.
alright. I don't know. I don't care. It's
It's
a
a
vibe. It's a
vibe.
vibe. I've been hitting shots for the longest time.
Yeah,
Didn't know it's
no, it's
my
my
time
time
to
to
shine.
shine. Time
Time to
to
shine.
shine.
Jump over the fence. From all my chance, I am free. Running around the city. Under the street lights, I am in.
Mm.
Space high. From
From
galaxy
galaxy
to
to
galaxy. Not
galaxy,
even the
you
black
play
hole
all
can
can
stop
stop
me.
me.
Shooting
That's
star,
how
hyper
hard speed.
speed. Keep
Keep
it
it,
chill,
yeah,
keep
keep
it
it
playing.
playing.
My
My
shit
shit
on
on
another
another layer.
layer.
Oh, I love that flow. I love the second part of this verse so much.
Time to shine. Jump over the fence. I'm free. Not even the black hole can stop me. Shooting star, hyper speed. Keep it chill, keep it playing. My shit on another layer. I'll see you later. Yeah, I'm on fire.
Ah, this
Making
that
eyes
lead,
burn
man.
shades. In the flash, regulate. Take a view before it fades. Where you been? Yeah, I've been by my shit. Yeah. Plan one, going for the highest score. All these bitches, yeah, they can't tell me shit. Yeah.
If Amy ever does a concert, and I know, like Second probably has done this. I feel like Amy might have done this too. Make a set list for like a theoretical set list for like a concert. If we ever get to the point where that's a possibility, Shine's the intro, right? Like Shine got to be the first song, not just because the first song of the fucking album, but like it is the catchiest song. It is the best like song when it comes down to being a fun song. You feel me? Like this is the best song at being a song. Like I think this is also one of Amy's favorite songs. Um, I think it's also one of Amy's favorite songs on here, and I just feel like it's just the catchiest, most memorable, stickiest song on this album. It's super bubbly, it's super vibrant, it's super fun. Um, I feel like every single note of every single element of this beat song is just perfectly placed. Like this fucking bell melody. Like it's kind of quirky and weird to an extent, but still it like fucking sticks with you. It's so good. And then the oh whoa, oh whoa, like it's so good. It's so fucking good. It's so fucking good, dude. Oh my god. It's incredible.
Shining in my dim glass, keep my eye open. I was in the sky, don't worry about it. Where you been? Yeah, I've been by my shit.
Also you add these extra these extra synthetic bells in there too.
Yeah, yeah. Plan one, going for the highest score. All these bitches, yeah, they can't tell me shit. Yeah. Never stop.
So you even keep the track evolving as it goes on, like dude. This song keeps on giving and keeps on giving and keeps on giving. It's that good. It's that good. Holy shit. No notes. Best song on the album. Second best song on the album. Give or take. One of those two. Depending on what mood I'm in. And maybe I'm in a shy mood today. You know, I'm fired up. Maybe I'm in a shy mood today. But it's a little bit of a clash. I'll give it that. Let's get into Love Heals, right? I already kind of went over my intro, but it sounds cool too.
Yeah, I feel like Amy, but like if that's that art, like Amy just like knows how to combine feelings.
I like the vocal effects he put on my voice. I think they really work for like just giving this, just making it blend with those pads so well.
And with color, how to describe feelings to color,
It sounds so fucked up.
and then make sounds out of that. Like, how you do that? I just think that that's really what makes this album special, which is like his music at large.
Like, what makes this album special? I hadn't heard the album at this point. I was just bullshitting. But that's art, baby. You gotta do that. You gotta do that. You gotta just trust the process. And I trusted the process. And fucking, dude, tell me I was lying. Tell me I was lying. I just have faith in that this album will be fucking gas. And I was right. I was correct in my assessment. Okay? Let that be a lesson. Okay? Trust the process. Just go with the flow. Just do your shit. Okay?
It's like a gift. Like that shit is crazy. Shout out to the Destiny. Like we're going.
I like the
Shit is crazy. Shout out to the Destiny. Like we're going.
I like how like the shots to your distance were going up. Like you cut out the pad and then you let your like tag come in. I really like the way that that's done. That little
Like that shit is crazy. Shout out to the Destiny. Like we're going.
that's hard as fuck. Those laser sounds are really cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that the first of this snare? What is this snare called again? Like Luger snare or some shit? The first time the snares appear in this whole discography dive, maybe? Let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if I missed a song, but I feel like this is the first time I heard the snare. It's a classic. It's not a snare I often use myself, but I feel like sometimes you gotta use the snare, man. You just gotta bust out this iconic piece of trap lore.
What you talking about? Right down. Immortal flying among stars. Name frozen, yeah.
This song is crazy because this has a lot of different shit going on. Like I feel like I kind of have to listen to the whole song to remember every single part of it because it's like a lot of different passages and obviously three different rappers on it, and like it keeps ever evolving. It doesn't even feel like it's 4 minutes. To be fair, the longer intro does make the track go for longer. You feel me? Um, like you could almost see the intro, like the intro of me as like a separate song, right? That could have also been like as like an interlude. I'm glad it's on the part of the song, right? But this is definitely an album because it is not that long to begin with. Like you can listen to this front to back and finish it. And it is immersive and it flows really well. So having that be part of a song rather than having it be as a um it's like a separate outro track. I'm kinda happy Amy doesn't do that. Because I understand the idea for people that like that. Because I know someone also said like why is in the end that one song instead of um having the ambient part removed from it. I think it works better for flow because first of all, some streaming services suck at transitioning songs properly. I kind of like when it's like a track is like one big song with like different passages, even if one of the passages is like 5 minutes long ambient thing. It gives you, it shows confidence in your more experimental tracks. Like if you add like a fucking ambient song separate from in the end at the end, people are going to be more likely to skip it. People are going to be like, oh, whatever, ambient track, like that's not my thing. But if you put it in the song, people are more likely to listen to the whole song, I believe. Like, yeah, at the end of the day, some people can still stop it, but like, I don't stop it. Like I feel like if you, as an artist, your artistic vision is to have an ambient part, like an ending to the last song, You should do that. I feel like that doesn't need to be a separate song, right? That's just me. That shows that you're confident in your more experimental or your more artistic. I wouldn't even say experimental. You're more artistic. That's a better way to phrase it. You're more artistic decisions with this record, right? Having my intro be part of this song. I mean, this song is only 4 minutes. The other one is 8 minutes, so I can kind of understand. And people feel like that's pushing it, but like, um, I feel like it's good that you don't have like interludes just so that people can get to skip them and shit like that. They're actually part of the song. I think that's dope. I think that's like shows you have confidence in your artistic decisions.
Style, anxiety out of my club. What you talking, boy? Back down. Got a
Got a
wall
clap.
sitting in my bones. Neck frozen, yeah. Iced out. I'm playing out for your love, yeah. Acting like a psychic, blowing like some chronic. Let me smoking up, I get that green in my back pocket. Pop out and I bring it back, I feel like a cassette. Getting bread from Paris, got me stacking up a gas. Don't fight it, feeling heavy.
I love this lead.
I could start shining, yeah. These hoes won't talk shit about me, but you know you're tricking. She got hoes and no looking like shit. Got a pussy licking, yeah.
I like watching bodies, whether on your sleeve or in its matter. For your God, but do that for you too, so we are winners. I like bringing back the sun, but there's too many. My focus when it's tongue down your bitch. We're watching Netflix, I guess you could cut on my TV.
What you talking about?
I still don't know why he said me like that. I can listen to this whole song and just have it be a reaction. I don't want to make this a reaction video, but like low key, it's kind of just fun to play the tracks. You feel me? So yeah, I wanna look at the lyrics here. I want to see if these lyrics are up. Matt, come on, Matt. You put your lyrics on this one, right? Wait, what? Ooh, all right, this is second. This is wait. Oh, sorry, I forgot that. So it's only Matt that's still not filled in, right? Take your time, boy. I know you got a job that's a demanding job, so like take your time, but like I want to mainly look at I'll why is this an ad? Why is this even? This is an ad lib. This is part of the bar. What lunatic is like? Oh yeah, the ad lib is actually part of the bar. Otherwise, I guess you could color my TV. What? Is there like a reason why meal is like joinked? Like parentheses, whatever the fuck? Brackets or whatever you want to call them shits? Little hooks? I'm actually so smart. I know so many things. But like the way it's delivered makes it seem like an ad lib, but it's part of the bar. So like it's so funny how like meal is like meal is like in like just like a listed as an ad lib. It's ridiculous. Whatever, bruh. Ollie went hard on this. This whole song is crazy. My favorite part is even though there's a lot going on in the production too. Some stuff I probably haven't even caught. So I'm trying to listen to the whole song almost to just like pay attention to the production a bit more when I'm listening here. But like I love I love the way this song sounds with like you three going back to back to back to back. Like I think that's so fucking cool. I'm glad we have an iridescence cut like that. I'm glad I'm also on this because then it's a full on iridescence cut, right? And I'm not on the beat, so the beat doesn't suck. That's awesome, right? You actually have a good beat with all three iridescence members and me part of it. So like this is the real iridescence posse, okay? Fuck Phoenix, that shit's trash. I'm lying, I'm bugging. I mean, you're not. Don't. It's not. It's less a Basica because you don't even have a verse on Phoenix, right? That's what I'm forgetting. But I think you just do the hook on Phoenix, so I guess that's kind of a different case. But I still like Phoenix. Don't get twisted. I'm joking. But like, I like that this song exists for the fact that you guys straight bars alone and the way it flows together is so fucking impressive. And the way there's so much going on this beat too. Like it's still very fun, upbeat, Amy, Pierre Bourne inspired type of cut. But like there's a lot of change going on in the beat and a lot of different elements that being added in and out and different sections that go along with different verses, and I just feel like it's curated so well. It's put together so well. I like. I like that part. Like it's like or whatever the fuck is doing like some kind of also like some kind of synth key thingy or whatever. Crazy song.
I cannot fight with her, she might adore my ritual set like a pagan bitch. My game so ahead while y'all should still be stuck in beta. Loving on that woman, make her sing like Tony Vega. When I'm with my girl, I be feeling so appeased. I guess the love it heals, I no longer feel the sea. Go with me, go for a ride. Showing that ring is double all night. Let's go out, a clash of mine. Get a cry, fall for your life. If all is on, they wasting my time. Yeah, all is on, I put him on side. Don't shit about me, wake up in the sky, bitch.
I like that part Amy does here. I think that might be my favorite section of like all the verse sections, and also like just it leading into this part. I guess the whole extent of like having Double T drop the song name basically at the end of his like last section, and that leading into Amy super hard to me. The bass nice here. Pipe down. I want to check if there's an outro. You can hear the piano a little bit better here. What's your favorite color? Is that's Mira, right? Like the female, the non-binary vocals. That's me, and the female vocals are Mira. Or is he gender fluid? I'm not actually sure. But shout out to them. They be fire. On these little part. Amy, where the fuck are you? I'll fuck with that especially. One thing I will say about Little Heels, and this is again comparison for the sake of comparison. This song works because of I like every single part on here, and it's really enjoyable because everyone is rapping together. But I think the main appeal is that everyone is on this song. Cause like when I look at like Orchids and Venus, I enjoy those songs more as like for like seconds and Matt's parts. But like I mean it's kind of unfair because they have less parts on here technically. But like actually that's not even really true. I think like, realistically Second does less on Orchids than he does on Love Heals, but I still kind of enjoy it more from what Second does to it. And Venus is insane song. We'll get to. I'm getting ahead of myself. Now this, remember last time I told you to put a pin in my what was it? Talking about Pixel. I think I said this. I said put a pin in when I said something. I said something, and then I said put a pin in that. Okay. So refer back to that. If you don't remember again, that's your loss. That's your problem. I definitely also don't remember. I definitely also do not remember it. You feel me? I definitely know what I'm talking about right now. But Starfield, right? A lot of people are saying this is their least favorite track, and I've already kind of said that I agree. But I want to talk about a little bit about why that is, in fact, the case. However, does that mean it's ass? Does that mean it's even mid? Does that mean it's even just decent? No, it's great. I think it's good. But there was a bit of it, like there was just like one minor complaint that kind of takes it down for me. But I still think it's a great song on its own right. And we should be playing it right now, so I can kind of talk about what my issue is here. I like these synths; they're very rhythmic. I like this is another track that doesn't have drums, so I like that your approach was to have these more rhythmic uh, synths for the chords because it adds a different type of movement, right? It adds some rhythm to the track, right? Because they're like jabbing, like they're like dun 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 dun. Like that feels like it drives the track forward in a certain way.
In the star fields of your mind, meteors are making the skies like that feels better to
Let's see it. Look at these lyrics real quick.
look at me in the eyes. Tell me you'll be fine. Yeah, a million dark clouds over your head, walking down the path in this dark land. A giant storm coming right ahead. Deep down, I can tell you're scared. Yeah, you're always things too. And when I ask it, so it's nothing. Look at me in the eyes.
One thing, this song, first of all, it's progression. It's progression. Your vocal melody and the lyrics. There's something going on there that always keeps me locked in. So maybe the complaint I'll be getting into later ultimately kind of becomes null and void because it feels like it's kind of made up for other aspects of the song. So that's why I do think it's still a great track. It's just the one that I'm ever so slightly conflicted on take wise, but that doesn't mean it's a bad song. I think it's also well placed in the track list. There's something here what you're writing. Is it again the most uh, impressive piece of literature to have been penned down? Look, I was trying to achieve that to begin with, maybe not, but I do think that it's a step up. I feel like you got kind of better at like incorporating metaphors and um and like um just like you became a bit more artistic with the way you word stuff in a way that feels like natural and you're not forcing it and you really uh not only do I think it aids to make your lyrics more enjoyable and less, cringe or whatever, but like I feel like it's such a good combination with the production in a lot of ways. I feel like you're always able to really get the lyrics just right to where they complement the production. And I understand your vision and like the track is emoting what the lyrics are emoting. Yeah, I think that's what I was getting at here.
And tell me one more time. Tell me you'll be fine. Yeah. When the storm will fade away, let the star shine, take its place. Try to make your way to space.
Of course, we gotta get that sing lead in there, right?
Baby, give yourself some rest. You will always have my back. Won't let you fall in the dark. Look at me in the eyes and tell me one more time. Tell me you'll be fine. Yeah. Always the same while I'm trying to break. It's like you built it.
So, without getting too, without zoning out too much, I gotta say something, right? Gotta be listening to the whole track. Um, but what do you do in this track with cutting out the track and letting it play again? I like it, But you see how you're teasing more, and at some point the more kind of feels like it stops? That's kind of my main issue. When I say I want this track to progress, like I already said this, a track doesn't need to like that's probably where I said I put the pin in, right? The track doesn't need to progress to a climax or like an explosive ending or whatever, but the track needs to progress. Like I feel like adding elements to have the track continue in a different direction and stuff um, feels like it helps the track feel breathing and feel alive, and it also aids into storytelling, right? Because like a story progresses, the track progresses. So what you do, like the first time it stops, you introduce the bass. The second time it stops, you introduce the lead, and then you kind of introduce going in a higher register. I feel like your vocals get a little higher up, um, and then you also have like a breakdown, and everything shifts and everything changes up. But I feel like I kind of wish there was some percussion here at some point. Because one thing that I've always kind of learned, maybe I just learned that myself, or maybe it's just, I don't know, pattern recognition with just listening to different music. When melodies get cut out or elements get cut out, I'm expecting percussion to be introduced. I don't know why. Like I literally thought there's gonna be some kind of drum slow down drum break or some like kind of chopped and screwed type of percussion layered underneath here, just to kind of keep the track from moving along, right? But that never came, and maybe I shouldn't expect something and then be like, "Oh, you didn't go in the direction I wanted you to go in, so fuck you." But I still feel like there is something that could have been done to give the track even more of a progression past a certain point. Whether if it's just the outro where you can where because this is kind of the last verse part, I think. Let me play right.
Like every time we always sorry if I don't always know what to say. It's hard to find good words, you know I try my best. I just want
Yeah, this is the last like verse section here, and I think the vocally sounds also really good. Like I said, like the vocals marry the production very well. Um, maybe this is not the part where I put percussion, but like you can do so much with percussion. Percussion doesn't need to be like perceived as one thing, just like an element to kind of progress the have rhythmic um movement, right? Just give some movement. Like I said, like Pixel has very interesting percussion, something akin to that or some other perks or whatever. Almost like I'm thinking about fuck, what's that album name? Almost like some folktronica shit, like Sufjan Stevens' last album, or like the one from 2023. I forgot the name, but there's some really dope percussion in there, and it's pretty light and it's pretty almost folktronic at the end of the day, but it just has that little touch of movement to the tracks. I feel like that could have been super dope here. Um, and I feel like it would have made the track stand out again compared to your other tracks that are more in this. I feel like it stands out the way it is and it's cool, but I feel like that could have been a little extra spice added here. I just feel like the track at some point kind of reads just a bit of a standstill in its movement to an extent. It's still pleasant, but I feel like it could definitely have captured my attention a little bit more because I feel like it's like teasing more because of the way the cutouts. I'm noticing how they do introduce something, but like I feel like it would have been nice to just get a little extra burst at one of the last segments here.
to be your friend, and I just want you to be well. Look at me in the eyes and tell me one more time. Tell me you'll be fine. Yeah.
Maybe here, the percussion. I like how the rhythm of the everything changes and the vibe changes there. Yeah, okay. I'm noticing that the recording is going a bit longer than expected because I'm playing a lot more of the songs. Like I kind of like let myself go with playing the tracks. I will still do that, but I also gotta give my ears some rest. You feel me? But Starfield is cool, despite the extra demand for some more movement with like some percussion. I think that would have been cool. Because again, I really like how Pixel approached this type of track for you. So I feel like going more and more in that direction and experimenting with different ways you can add percussion to this to your songs like this, I feel like would be cool. Even if it's just very light, doesn't need to be incredibly commanding. I mean, I'm not expecting you to have like some young chop type of crazy drum like trap drum drop or some shit like that, right? But like having some extra movement and progression that would be fucking sick. Aside from that, it's a pleasant track. It's just one that ends up um, more of a the most album cut of album cuts here. I mean, I think most of the time when I'm listening to these songs, I'm gonna listen to them in the album format, just like listening to it front to back. But there's definitely tracks on here that I just kind of revisit when I'm in the mood for them, like Shine or Venus or whatever, Orchids. So I feel like that is the one where like it feels like my fix is really just all going come from listening to the album. But yeah, Starfields, cool track still. Regardless, I feel like you did something cool here. I think it's still among one of your better ones in the style for sure. It feels very standout and different. And I feel like it can almost be like a Dawn FM type of thing too, a little bit. So like the synths and stuff like that, their color that they have. But yeah, we're moving on to Dusk. Moving on to Dusk. Moving on to Dusk. I'm already sweating by the way, it's warm as fuck. Um but yeah. I mean it's more most of my computer just blasting heat in my face, I guess. Um but Dusk. Where do I begin with Dusk, dude? Oh my god. This is the other one where I was like, this is kind of my favorite. Alongside Shine. It really depends on what mood I'm in. This is just absolute insanity. I gotta play it. Not in full, but
Deep at night, do you accept this slow dance with me? Let me take you to the stars, lost in eternity, where the planet shines in colors I never seen.
it's
Just
big, man.
fraction of mine, hope it makes sense.
Not only is this like a lounge type of track, jazzy shit, like I fucking love this drum work. These drums. At first, I wasn't sure if these drums gelled very well with your type of synths, but honestly, the more I listen to it, the more I can make sense of it. The groove is so fire. Your vocals sound so good. The texture, the fucking like I said this already to you, but like the texture of your voice with the effects and stuff like that, and I feel like I still hear so much of your. I feel like you also just got better as a singer. Like it's not your autumn carrying you at all. I feel like you really know how to use your voice and how to make this autumn almost feel natural and feel just like adding color to your voice as well. It feels very soft. It feels very warm.
For you to get lost in it. Will you remember?
These synths are so good, dude. It's such a whimsical, beautiful, relaxing, gorgeous piece. It's fucking awesome, man. This song is I don't know. This song is just different. This song is just different. Your vocals sound fucking gorgeous on here. You know I love this type of shit. Real Schmirko fans know I love this type of shit. Do I listen to jazz all the time? Do I listen to like John Coltrane? No, but y'all know I like the smoother shit. I have an affinity for these. I have an affinity for these. I fucking love this. I fucking love this sound. It's so fucking gorgeous. Every single synth, every single little element it's just enough. It's just exactly where it needs to. All of it blends so well. It sounds fucking beautiful.
Will I just fade out like it was all nothing, nothing. Up in space, it's my world.
It's insane how you made this as good as it is. Like that's almost where it ends for me. That's almost where the discussion ends. I was talking about Starfield so long. I'm like cool with moving on because I've said my piece.
It was all nothing, nothing.
Oh yeah, the synths. I skipped to the outro real quick.
Like it was all nothing, like it was all nothing,
So fucking good. So fucking good. Ah, it's so good. Why is this so good? I mean, I explained why, but still. This is probably the part that you can add the least to because it's at a certain point it's just turbo glaze. So feel free to intersect and give your own takes and add fun facts and whatever while watching this video. I always welcome it. But at some points you just gotta have to listen to me fucking break down, have a mental breakdown. Just like over how fucking insane some of this music is. This is, but like I'm not even over exaggerating. This is actually one of the best songs of the year, though. Like, it's so fucking good. It's every the tone of it, the fucking. Like I said, like over time, I felt like I can make sense of the way the drums fit into all this more, and I just feel like I already thought this was an insanely cool experiment and a different lane for you. I was like, this is the one. But like on repeat listens, I can make even more sense of it, and it's just unbelievable. Now let's get into Orchids. Um, the second longest song on the record. Doesn't feel like it, I'll tell you that much. Ah! This just sounds so good. After Dusk too, like this sounds insane. Ooh, the swirlies, bruh. This is one of the most blue sounding ones, in my opinion, honestly. Dusk too, but like. Ooh. This phaser, flanger are still another difference, but this shit sounds fucking gorgeous, bruh. But I'll skip a little bit. Because it kind of comes more into the song, right? We get the snap, these drums. Like the way it goes from the super languid, like spacey, warbly, swirly atmosphere, and it kind of materializes almost, like it kind of actually gets into the actual track. Masterfully done. Yeah, I got the drums. Okay.
She know what she wants,
That's so good. This Dusk into Orchids is actually disgustingly good arrangement, like disgustingly good sequencing. Like sequencing a shorter project is already just a lot more convenient because you can really just have the best song for this spot and the best song for this spot. You gotta really, you have a lot less issue narrowing it down for the most part, right? So like, it makes sense you were able to nail it so well, but it's still, the result is still what it is, you know. It's still, it's good. It's fucking insane. I want to know where the name Orchids comes from. Is it ever said in the song, or like, are orchids blue? I think they are. Because why the fuck would you otherwise say it? What is this? What the fuck is this? This is not what I'm looking for. ORCID. Free unique persistent identifier. What the fuck is this? You fucking stupid. This is not blue, bro. Stop tweaking. Bullshitter. Is this blue to you? No, okay. Wait, yeah. This shit, these are beautiful flowers, though. And I like this word. I like this. This is one of my favorite song names. But this is orchids. When I say it, it sounds like orchids. Sounds like 4 kids, but without the F. Oh, bloom, bloom. Take mine, I'll take you to the moon. Soon, soon. Fluffy features crashing in the loom. Fire. Anyway. Is the word orchids ever used here? Or is it just because of the bloom? Maybe it was just the name of the bee, and the second was like, yo, orchids? Okay, bloom, bloom. Alright, so bloom. Under the stars in the blue sky, name drop? I like how you literally... I like you literally, like, capitalized it because it's the name of the album. But anyway, this song's super fucking sweet and nice. Almost kind of like R&B. It's just like smoother, right? Just like a smoother pocket. But still trap. I really like how this one sounds. This one is very, very, very mesmerizing. But second spot on this is actually fucking gorgeous. This might be my favorite second feature on the Amy song, just by what it's contributing. Peak, that is actually maybe my favorite bar on this project. I feel like that might be my favorite bar on the song. That is very, very good writing. I really like what that does. That really just perfectly encapsulates the feeling of the song. Like, wanna drink you up after you spiked it? That's cool in my opinion. I mean, I don't think spiking is cool. That's weird, but like I like the imagery there from Second's lyricism. I think that's a really fucking dope. I feel like that whole part is so dope because that's all Second really contributes, and it appears a second time. I think. No. Like it's kind of like at the ending, no. Yeah, yeah. I like how like Second doesn't need to contribute much to contribute a lot because it adds so much. It's probably the most memorable part of the song, but I still like the song in its own. I love the way the synth lead is like the only thing. Like the synth lead is the only thing at the end basically. I think that's really fucking dope. Yeah, that's a really nice song. The way it's just like slower and it still takes you into the trap atmosphere, you know, with the drums and stuff like that. But like it takes you into trap space, but it still feels like it is able to continue the more slower and um slower and melancholic and somber vibe from Dusk. Somber but like warm, right? Like this one is super fucking dope. And I feel like it fits like navy blue as a color, like the cover art and whatnot. Like it fits it very well. Now web, right? Web. Ah,
I get the most. No, I don't know the loss. Move like a ghost. Hunt them when I'm close.
hmm,
Every time I drop, show him who's the boss. Yeah,
yeah.
got tons of sauce. I never get enough. Yeah. When I pull up, get out of sight. Cause it's my time to shine. 24 carats when I smile. Get fly, get high like a climb to vine. If you're a star, I'm a galaxy.
Say it's not like double T. Hey,
I cannot be.
hey, that's you. That's a map reference. She is peak, man. She is peak. I love you attempted this sound because I know how much you like Bruno Mars and this project in particular. That this is a 24 Karat Magic. That's literally the name of the project, right? I still haven't heard it. Um, I still haven't heard it in its full glory, if you will. I've not heard that project yet. I apologize. I should do my listening. For the record, yeah, 24K Magic, yeah. Boom. Um, yeah, I really like what this track does. I think it's a cool homage to that sound, and I think you do it pretty well. Honestly, kind of like your delivery on here. You know, you got the voice you're given. I don't know how else you're supposed to work with this type of beat other than doing what you're doing on here. In my opinion, I think you fit the beat perfectly. Fine. All right, this is not the type of song I'd even expect you doing, regardless of how much you like that project, right? But I'm happy you did something like this because it is super fun to me.
These girls, they get the best of me. She
I like
wanna
these synths.
take me far, far away from here.
These synth pads.
Trip into her mind in places I've never seen. Shawty keep it low, don't wanna see us gleam. In this purple lights, now it's all time to shine. Yeah, don't fight the
Hey,
feeling, let it run this way.
like I like how you still retain so much of your swag of the production in here. I feel like you really like whenever you attempt a different type of sound, you always find your way to keep your own charm and your own vibe in it, which I think is super dope. Super dope to see.
She gets near me, there never was a
I like the hook. I like the writing of all of this. There's this one part that sounds particularly really cool. Um, like I like the hook and like the pre-chorus or what you want to call it, right? Um, is it in a pre-chorus? It's just like a second part, like the last part. Cause now is our time to shine. Yeah, cause that does kind of like it's I guess just part of the verse because it is a bit different, but it's kind of like a pre-chorus type of deal. But I think I really like that. But what I want to go to that one part where you're singing
nice made to forget,
is
nice made to forget. Let the mind wander away. She's sexy when she dances. I can put my look elsewhere. Right with me.
at first I was like, do I like these vocals? They sound very odd. But the more I listen to this, the more I'm like more acclimated to them. I really like this part. This shit is really cool. A really cool bridge.
I can tell you like my vibe. In this purple lights, now it's all time to shine. Yeah, don't fight the feeling. Let it run this way. When she gets near me, there never was anything else. I girl, she
Obviously, I love that little resonance in.
got me in her world. Move to the bass, baby, come on, let's dance. Yeah.
The way the drums come in is so good. I like these vocals at the end there too. Filtered vocals. You got so good at structuring songs, man. This shit is fucking awesome. This shit is fucking awesome. Yeah, I think it's a banger. I think it's a great track. I think it does what it sets out to do perfectly. Big shout out to that song. Let's get to Venus there. I forgot about this. These synths, bro. I love this. I love these type of synths so much. It kinda. Where the fuck are you?
Among the stars, I swear I'm on my place.
Again, a stroke of genius putting these songs back to back because they kind of work together in a similar vibe, but they're still very different. Like with the tempo of this one, right?
Tell me which planet you wanna visit. There's a million flowers that she wanna like you. That's how it talks. Say what's on your heart now. Let me go to stars.
I like it the way you like it. My favorite part about this song is the different directions it goes. It's probably the most varied when it comes down to what the beat switches provide, like the switch ups, like the different styles in this song. Like I guess 3 different sections. It's more like 3 different sections in this track are very different, but they all provide something really cool. This is kind of a bonkers song, and it has Matt on it. It has Double T on it, which I think is a perfect bonkers feature because you can fit all these pockets, right? At least the second and the third one.
From another galaxy. Diamonds in the sky. Orange tree that tastes like tangerine. Stare at the sun, we kiss so happily. Heads spin round, I need some Dramamine. Yeah, jump in my spaceship, we gonna take it.
Matt goes so crazy on this. This is far and away my favorite performance from Matt on an Amy song thus far. This one is so fun because the beat does so much shit. You gotta give Matt any type of beat that exists on the planet before he's fully satisfied. Like you give him like he always says like I'll rap on fucking anything. So I'm just hearing someone's beat and I'm like someone asking like, hey, do I want to rap on this beat? Anyone want to rap on this beat? I just add Matt because I know he's gonna do it. If no one else does it beforehand, Matt's there. Matt's right there for you. I just like being a wingman for all my mutuals who want their beats placed. And I just connect them to Matt. But like, what he does on here is so fun. This is with the old mic still, so this was probably a bitch to mix. But it was worth it. It was worth it. I feel like this, like honestly, the shitty mixing kind of works in Matt's favor because like Matt is ridiculous. Like it makes this shit sound even more ridiculous. This switches though. Come on, now this shit sounds so much like Uzi. Following around like a cruise. Yeah, yeah. Is that double D? This shit is actually diabolical, bro. How what? He's actually so crazy. This song is just nuts. This song has to be just heard to be believed. This one is so fun, bro. This album is so good. How did you make this? Like, this is actually what I was talking about. Like, my issues with Shimmy are all thrown out the window. None of that. None of that. Now, my only requests, like I said, when Saturn's Ring, like, you can try different experiments more and more and just showcase the different sounds you can tackle in your vibe and whatever. Whatever you feel like doing, right? But, like, I'm I know you can tackle a bunch of different sounds now because you do a lot of really cool shit here, and it just gets me excited. It gets me just my mouth is watering with the possibilities of like different vibes you can tackle in the future. So like that's all I'm really hoping for now. Like I feel like you nailed structuring a project, and you nailed all of this stuff with this project. Now all I can dream of is just everything on the wish list from you from everything on my amyfm wish list is just different sounds in different pockets and other inspiration being mixed in with your sound and like getting experimental with doing really cool stuff. Even if not all of it pans out, I'm just interested to see what different vibes you can go. And we're just perfecting vibes you've already shown interest in, like with Saturn's Ring, going in that vibe more, or going into more similar vibes to Dusk. Right? Obviously, you gotta let stuff happen. You can't force it, but like that's what I'm excited for. You know what I mean? I know you can pull it off, right? You don't gotta force yourself to do it, but it'll come naturally. And when it's time, it's time. So yeah, I'm excited for what different sounds you tackle in the future. But that's like really the main thing I'm looking forward to a new amyfm. It's not like, oh, I feel like the structuring needs to be adjusted. I feel like this because I feel like you reached your. This is like the bar now. This will be the bar for the future, right? So I feel like, yeah, I'm just excited to see you do cool shit. That's as simple as it's gonna be. Black hole. Black hole. I like this clap. This is one of the more darker, moodier ones to an extent, right? With this deep ass bass. This sub anyway. I love this hook melody so much. This is so good, dude. Man, I love Cloudy Zone here, but I was kind of just reading the lyrics, and I feel like the lyrics are just like about the state of the world, the political and economical state of the world right now, kinda. Like, and I fuck with that. I fuck with this approach, right? Like when I was young, I would hear about a lot of the fuck shit going on, a lot of the awful stuff, uh, going on, and I'd be like, oh, like I'll save the world, like I'll be a superhero because you're naive and stuff like that. But like at a certain point, you hear stuff, and you learn about history, and you learn about all the mistakes you've made in the past, and how they're still being repeated, how it seems like no one has changed, and how no matter how much we look back at history and see what has fucked up, it just keeps manifesting in another way. Right? This is what the Legend of Zelda was warning us about, right? The cycle repeats. Ganon is gonna return constantly. You feel me? I'm not trying to make it a joke or anything, but like that's literally what that shit is. It's just like that the not only just like these humanitarian crisis how do you say that? These humanitarian crises, is that how you say that? I think that's how you say it. But also just like generational trauma and just like more personal stuff that keeps repeating, right? Cycles of abuse or whatever, right? So I feel like this, I never really paid attention to these lyrics, but I really like what you're getting at here. And like I will say, reading to Cloudy's College kind of is a cool verse, and I feel like it fits the song, but it doesn't fit your lyrics too well, right? But I kind of like what she's putting down as well, right? I mean, why is there even? I don't why. Whatever. I like what she's doing here too. Uh, but maybe she's here kind of talking more about her personal struggles, and you were kind of more talking about like just like the world in general. But maybe this is kind of like putting a loop on like one person's issues. Like you can take it different ways, right? I think the lyrics are bleak enough, like not bleak. The lyrics are broad enough to where you can kind of play around with the interpretation, but you do say like, you know, I told mama can say the world, nothing keeps spiraling, nothing's changing. We've learned fuck all, right? Um, but I guess like kind of comparing the world to a black hole too, right? Just kind of this bleak imagery. It's interesting though, but I do think Cloudy sounds phenomenal. Like from a sonic perspective, this is more one of those darker, bleaker, not bleaker, darker, more nocturnal sounding tracks that fits well in this project and fits in your sound. And it's one of your better ones at that. I like the selection of the drums. I like the vocals on here. And Claus is fire, right? We gotta collaborate more with her. Right, Second did one. I'm assuming Meg got one on the way with Cloudy's, but she's fucking fire. I like her a lot. One of my favorite musician mutuals we got, for sure. So Black Hole is fucking nice. Now, talking about In the End, it's gonna be interesting. Talking about In the End is gonna be interesting. This is a long ass song. Um, but it is. We're not gonna listen to the whole atmospheric part at the very least. But this song does sound just great. It's a great closer track.
Across the sky, through these lines of stars a million times. You're getting tired. I can sense it as you keep closing your eyes. Little some purple freeze falling on your face. Looking at all the balls in this random way.
I like the synths a lot. These. This one is another atmospheric one, build up one, and it sounds fucking good. I gotta read these lyrics as well. I like this.
In the end, was this journey of it? In the end, what will you take of me?
Again, that's what I'm saying. Like, color is a spectrum. It has
I love how you add this part to it as well. This sounds really cool. Works very well with this, and I love these arpeggios. The way this track builds up is so very nice. This one goes through a lot of different passages. Obviously, has that atmospheric part at the end. At the end, this obviously this song very on the nose. In the end, like yeah, that's the name of the last song. But I like it. I like it. It feels like it's a fulfilling closer, and it sounds gorgeous. It's another really great, well-made track.
other voice, but it has different shades. It's everything. It's too powerful. That's what I'm saying. This analogy, like blues, and we call it blues from we like we have that.
I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to like really listen closer to what I said again, because with the vocal effects, it's kind of hard to make out sometimes. But like, it sounds fucking cool. Like even just regardless of what I'm saying specifically and how my voice sounds, I like the way it's implemented in these tracks. It fits so well.
Tell me like it is. What will happen to me when in your mind I will become a memory?
See, I feel like this is also where my critique of Starfield comes in with like adding some percussion. This track doesn't need any of that. I think this track does exactly what it needs to do. But I feel like Starfield could have differentiated itself by adding some percussion at the ending or something. Here, I feel like it's done to a T, right? It doesn't need anything more. I think the way everything just kind of comes together here just makes for a really pleasant outro. Um, kind of resolves it because if you actually look at the lyrics of Black Hole, it feels a lot darker. Um, obviously, it sounds a bit more nocturnal, but the way in the end is kind of resolving everything and giving it a nice, satisfying conclusion is really cool. Like you kind of ended off with a question. In the end, this is all worded, but somehow it still feels like a satisfying end, like as a song to this project, which I think is interesting. And also how you kind of leave it off with peace, almost like you're ending with like the end credits and it's just kind of like ambience, right? It's almost like you had this whole show and that's the part where like the audience members slowly start like going up and leaving the theater or some shit, right? I just feel like that kind of makes for a really strong, potent closer.
Am I walking in a galaxy? Or will time just get rid of me? What am I? What am I to you?
This lead. Mm. Mm. Is it a sounds so gorgeous, right? You get like the navy blue. Yeah, I wanted to catch the piano. That's what I wanted to catch. Mm, insane. I like how it just ends with this piano. I like ends. Like how that section ends with this piano. Hmm. Navy blue. And then we go into the. I love how we can keep on paying attention to a delay on that navy blue. Like it's just you can kind of really zone in on how the delay is fading out. And then the rest of the track is just this beautiful ambient. I I like ambient. It's something I wouldn't just put on all the time, but it's cool. It's cool that it exists. It's a type of music that kind of needs to exist. Um, and I feel like it works very well at the end of the song. It's cool. It's a cool statement too. Like it's just like artistically to put that at the end. Um, Yeah, I love this. I love this as a closer. It's great. There's not much to say. It's your strongest, fully percussional song, I'll say. You know, because something like Pixel, like does have that percussion at the end. Um, but yeah, this accomplishes everything it needs to do as an outro. This one is great. This one is great. Now we got okay, okay though. Hey, ooh, bow, 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 bow. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, okay.
Driving headfirst in his space, balls don't make him drop dead. Better move out on my way. Yeah, okay. Ain't wasting my time with snakes. If you feel some
Like imagine listening to this, and after the ambient track, you just have like just these thumpy ass 808s and these synths jabbing at you. Um,
type of way, come and say it to my face. Yeah, okay. I'm in this bitch. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Feel the fire. Shouldn't get my club, look it up, going higher. This bitches ain't it, you gotta try harder. Stand on my bills, I'm blood, chippin' mafia.
see, I don't know what that JPEG. You say something about JPEG Mafia?
You gotta try harder. Stand on my bills, I'm blood, chippin' mafia.
Right? Did you say JPEG Mafia? I can't look at the lyrics of that song. It's not on the album, so the lyrics aren't listed here. What do you say there? Do you say JPEG Mafia? Like what if so, what the fuck does JPEG Mafia have to do with the song? I don't know. But I think it's just a very fun song. I understand why you didn't put it on, but honestly I'm kinda sad it isn't on streaming because it is kind of a bop.
These are standing for nothing. Don't know what they're walking, but they keep on talking. Driving headfirst.
I like the hook a lot. I like your flow in there quite a bit. The beach is very fun. Um, this is honestly one of your more enjoyable like banger tracks. I really like it as a bonus. I think it's a very cool extra song to have for sure. I think it's super fun. You know, I always kind of have an affinity for these tracks that people kind of put in like this as like a bonus, or they drop it as like a throwaway song. That's why I had that's why I like something like Rockstar so much too, right? Not only do I like how the song sounds, it's cool that it feels a bit exclusive for a bit, um, like almost outside the main discography in a way. But it's like if you know, you know, like they add something to it. But I like the songs themselves too. It's not just like because of that I like them. But
Chippin' mafia. Okay, don't try to get me because I don't get myself. My mind's a mess, but I'm always popping shit. Can't get a break.
I like your verse a liar.
Doing the Buddha glitch, no time to waste. Stay low to my team, always big navy in my races. Keep my respect.
Also, I really would like to see the lyrics. Can you post the lyrics for me? Because you said I think you have some interesting bars here, but I don't know if this is on. Maybe it is. Let me see, but I don't think it is. No, I'm just getting amyfm. So, like I typed this, but I'm not getting results. So, I would like the lyrics, please. Thank you. I would like to know what those lyrics say because you say you got some bars on here, and I'm not. I want to kind of read them. So, but yeah, this record, man. This record. But yeah, like I said, I like okay, but I want to get into the discussion here at the end. I always say, but this is your best work. This is what everything has led up to. This is your best collection of songs. I think you did such a great job curating it. I think every single part of it needs to be there. I think yes, I have some things I wish that Starfield had, but that's really the only song where I feel like it's missing anything. I feel like everything is perfectly fine otherwise. I like how you improved in your lyrics. I like how you have your songs have a lot more like direct like meaning and concepts to them from a lyrical perspective. I like how varied the production is while still all everything feeling so consistent. I like how it's 9 tracks, but it still feels like an album. Like it has the perfect length for an album. Like around the 40-minute mark is perfection, right? It feels like a statement and a piece that just works so well. But like it doesn't it doesn't like overstates welcome at all either. Like it feels like this is the perfect amount of amyfm, and every song brings something else to the table. I like how we have a whole iridescence posse on here, and how we have a really great collaborations from you and Second, and then you and Matt separately as well. I love that Cloudy is on here. I love this. I love that this project can be considered part of iridescence output as a label or as a organization or whatever collective. Um, I'm kind of proud, even though I only contributed a few vocals. I guess this is the Amy FM project, the Amy FM album. Let's say I've contributed the most to myself, so I guess that means something. But even with that bias aside, this is generally amazing. I'm about to have a field day writing a review. See, I don't know when I want to write these reviews. I really gotta find time because, like I said, there's a lot going on in my life. There's a lot that's gonna change. It's gonna be kind of scary. Um, cause like a lot of change for me is maybe not a lot of change to other people, but I feel like I gotta fit whole new things in my schedule, and I gotta find a way to make everything work and keep track of everything, which is hell for me. I can't do that bullshit. So it's gonna be kind of tough, but I'll try my best. I'll make it through. It'll be okay. So I'll try to write some reviews for these projects that I've talked about, and I hope you enjoyed these. I hope I didn't say any bullshit, and you can you were able to take a bunch of stuff away. I hope you get where I'm coming from with some of the critiques, and I hope you enjoyed me just kind of glazing over your music in a lot of points. Making these videos has made me like your music a lot more um, than I already did. We have a similar music taste to begin with, so like our tastes overlap, so that bleeds through in the music. But I feel like really sitting down and listening to your project and discussing them has just given me a lot of respect and appreciation for what you do, and that's fucking awesome. I'd like to work with you more in the future, obviously, but at your own pace. I'm so excited to see what you do with your own music and with just Iridescence as well, the other members, which other people you collaborate with in the future, what directions your music is gonna take. It's fun to see you progress and get better and do all kinds of cool shit. It makes me really happy to just to see you grow and shit. Like that's fucking dope. I can witness that almost like firsthand, like that close by. Like it's just an artist that I respect a lot. Just put out great material and evolve. Yeah, that's it. That's the video. I feel like this video has been long enough. I wasn't expecting it to be as long as it is. I feel like with the second video, me having to play more songs, it kind of let myself kind of go loose, which is letting some of the songs play. I hope that wasn't a big issue. But initially, if the video was like hitting 1 hour and 30 minutes, I might have done like a song ranking of your songs or like a personal top 10. I might still make that, but I'm probably not gonna include it in this video. I feel like they could prolong the video to unnecessary lengths, and I feel like this is a good point to end it. So yeah, hope you enjoyed these. Maybe you end up revisiting these in the future. It's gonna be interesting to see how some of these takes hold up, especially compared to whenever I'm actually writing that review. So yeah, or those reviews. But yeah, there it is. There we got it. Boom. Shout out OBS. Shout out Anyone who watched this? Shout out to amyfm. Peace out.